show. If you like the content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Also follow us on our social media channels. You can see in the description below the ways that you can connect with us. And if you've already done that, thank you so much. You can also find us on the audio side. So wherever you get your shows and podcasts, make sure to subscribe to us there as well. Give us a 5-star, leave a rate and review. All of that is going to help the channel grow. So we appreciate you so much.
Just let's talk about this before we talk about Berlanga and Shiraz, since we're here with Shakur. And this is honestly like this should be the main event. But Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda, like Shakur, this is perfect. Like this is the perfect, like, do what you do. Maybe you stop him, maybe you don't. I doubt it. But like this is a dude who's undefeated, who probably should have lost to Tevin Farmer at least once, and legitimately was the interim champion in this weight class. Like this would be, outside of maybe Oscar Valdez, the best win of his career. And the Vegas seems to think he's going to dominate. I think given what we saw from Tevin Farmer, he should, because Shakur Stevenson could do all the things Tevin Farmer does, but better, and is faster at this stage, obviously, because he's younger, more athletic, taller, like bigger reach, all these different things. Like he's like super Tevin Farmer.
Super Tevin Farmer. I've never heard that before. That's hilarious. Super Tevin Farmer.
Just because
that's what we're calling him now on. So Super Tevin Farmer is taking on William Zepeda.
Just because I'm saying, because if we're saying Tevin Farmer laid the blueprint, it should have beat William Zepeda. The Shakur Stevenson is going to do all those things.
Like you can't come up with like a different word or something like Super Tevin Farmer. That's hilarious, dude. That's so funny. He's like you stopped too. Like you looked around and you were like, he's like Super Tevin Farmer. What? Like that was pretty funny. That's what we're calling Shakur now. Super Tevin Farmer. If you do get to interview him in the future, you should be like, did you know that people are referring to
he
you
will
as...
he will look at me like Mike Coppinger, bro. Like
yeah. Who, by the way, like I think that was unfair to Mike a little bit, because he's legit. Like, you know, he covers the sport.
Yeah, well. but I think Shakur should, based on what we saw from Tevin Farmer and what we know about Shakur, he should win this going away. And I probably wouldn't have said that before the Tevin Farmer fights, but the fact that you had to rematch and you didn't beat Tevin Farmer convincingly either time, like I think Super Tevin Farmer will get it done.
I just can't keep a straight face and look at you now. I'm not going to look at the screen. I'm only going to look at the camera. Okay. So with that being said, Brian, who do you have winning this fight and how?
Shakur Stevenson by decision.
and what are the odds for that? Do we have that on?
Yeah, we do. We definitely do.
Okay. I'm going to take a look at this other prominent sports book and let you guys know if I find a better odd for that, because
minus 220 minus 220 on FD.
Tyrone the Great just donated and he loves it. He said Super Tevin Farmer level 3. That's even better. Level 3.
Like if you're playing Pokemon, for example. I don't know if you'll get this reference. I don't feel like Pokemon was your bag.
It really wasn't. It was a little bit like before. I mean, like, after my time.
Tevin Farmer is Charmander, and Shakur Stevenson is Charizard. I don't know who's Charmeleon in between. But like that's kind of what I'm getting at, you know. Maybe somebody will feel me on that. This is a boxing show. I don't know how much crossover boxing and Pokemon have, but hey, like.
Okay, so you have it at minus 220 on FanDuel, is it?
For Shakur, yes.
Okay, on another prominent sport book, Bet365, to bet on Shakur Stevenson by decision is a minus 200.
They always have better odds.
Yeah,
Bet365 might be the best, honestly.
Yeah, so a little bit of better odds if you want to bet on that sports book, but just kind of fine, because this is how I think the fight's going to go, guys. I think William Zepeda is going to come forward and try to be the aggressor, but I do think that Shakur Stevenson, he doesn't get touched a lot, he doesn't get hit a lot, and I don't think that he's going to play into fighting William Zepeda's fight, because Shakur Stevenson's IQ is too high for that. Now, what Shakur is going to do is he's a great body puncher. He's going to be able to hit William Zepeda. I think he'll keep up a decent work rate and touch him, but like, this is not going to be a very exciting fight. I don't think this is even going to be a stoppage. Like, I think Shakur just wins on points. And for some people, like, here's the thing though, he's probably not going to not, actually, I don't know. Like, you just never know what could happen to William Zepeda, right? He gets pretty reckless at times. But I will say this, Shakur Stevenson will probably win almost every round in this fight. Like, I hate to say it, guys. I think that's what's gonna happen. He's gonna dominate in this fight.
Remember, Tevin Farmer did drop him too.
Well,
in one of them fights.
Here's the thing. I think if Shakur sees it, I think he might go for it. But
did you hear about this, by the
way? Yes, I did.
Turk said he's gonna have a ring that shrinks as the fight goes.
Yeah, and it showed how much he was gonna shrink it. And at one point it was like so small.
He cannot do that, bro.
No, he can't. I mean, that would make things a lot more interesting. You know, he might have 1 point above Jake Paul in that one if he could control that, but it's not going to happen, guys.
That's not boxing to me.
No, it's not. He would be affecting the ring a little bit too much, the fight too much. I will say this though, I think Shakur on point, and I might sprinkle on Shakur knockout or TKO because I think it's a possibility, because I think he's gonna have one of his best performances, because I think he's just heard everyone talk smack. This is a good fight for Shakur to prove it. If there's any fight here, Bryan, I want to ask you before we get away from this topic. If Shakur doesn't have a good fight, as in not entertaining at all, what does that mean for him in terms of value, in terms of, you know, popularity? Like, he has to have a good showing and have a statement fight, does he not?
Yes, absolutely. Last time we saw him was against Josh Padley, replacement opponent against a dude who was an electrician. He's not anymore because he got paid. And Shakur Stevenson was supposed to fight Kid Austin Floyd Schofield, who since then his stock fell, and then he knocks out Tevin Farmer in round 1. This is why Tevin Farmer is not like the super evolved form. And like, now people are probably going to come away from this being like, hey, can we revisit Shakur versus Kid Austin potentially? Even though I think Schofield won't do that against Shakur Stevenson, but like, you could sell that fight more now. Group round betting, Shakur Stevenson to win in rounds 7 through 9 plus 800, 10 through 12 plus 1,000. 10 through 12 is interesting there. I just don't know if he beats William Zepeda into submission like that. I know he's going to try to. He did mention his hand injuries too. Like, this is a thing that Floyd Mayweather went through. Floyd Mayweather, as we mentioned, like, at the beginning of his career, before he became Money Mayweather, he was Pretty Boy Floyd. He was knocking motherfuckers out or stopping them. Like, the Arturo Gatti performance, as we've talked about, is like my favorite Floyd Mayweather start to finish performance, even though he doesn't record a single knockdown in that fight. At least I don't remember if he did.
But I hate that fight.
I know. But like, it's the fight that I like when I'm watching, like, for example, Cavs Heat game 4, and it's like a 60-point game in the second quarter. I'm thinking of this is like Mayweather Gotti all over again. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of my reference point for like really, really one-sided blowouts. HLD says Shakur's hands give me trouble to pick. If they are hurt, it'll be a long night versus Zepeda, who can throw 1,500 punches relentlessly in 12 rounds. I am curious to see how Shakur deals with the volume. Maybe it'll make him fight a little bit more. If he does have an injury, that's going to be trouble. IMPK, who is Mega Charizard Y Mayweather ? Probably. Shantelle has no idea what
is going on here. Okay,
don't worry about it. Tyrone says
the chat.
See, they feel me. JoJo level 1, Farmer level 2, and Shakur level 3. Maybe Mega Charizard Y IMPK might be Pernell Whitaker. And Mayweather's like a different category.
Anyways, guys, the chat's got a little off the rails here. I can't be included in this. I don't know what's going on here. You guys are gonna have to rewind.
You missed the boat on Pokemon, yo. It's the greatest.
I know. I mean, I know what it is. It's just like, kids were like trading cards and stuff and all of that stuff in elementary school, and I was like,
watching Kobe and Iverson.
No, I was taking people's cards and then like selling them. I didn't know what I was selling, but I had to make some bread as a kid. So I'd like take people's cards. Okay, no one needs to know about this. Actually, this is not.
Yeah,
this is a dark time.
Don't get fired, as Jalen Rose would say.
Exactly. All right. So I wasn't stealing it. I was just taking their cards in like a game of basketball and then selling it. That's fair. These kids would buy anything back then.
Edgar Berlanga versus Shiraz.
It's a fair game. If you win in basketball and you get someone, that's fair. You could sell it after. Okay, anyways, not the point.
Right, we work at too many big networks to continue this rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Both of us.
I was 10.
Yeah,
I was
statute of limitations. Yeah.